So for this assignment, which is chapter 10, we're going to do a little bit more research on towers. Now, chapter 10 in the book is really about wide area networks, and I really couldn't find a good project for it. The chapter does talk a lot about cells, in other words, the grouping of the towers where they point. So this is about all I could come up with. So what we're going to do here is we're going to do a little more research into towers using a different application. This one is called Cell Mapper, and it's actually right here. I'm going to show you how it works in a second. What I want you to do is use any address you like, just not row, since that's the one I'm doing. In this example, I'm using row state, so you'll be able to follow along if you like. Locate a close cell tower. In this example, I selected T-Mobile. You'll see here's row state, and there's a T-Mobile tower right there. And for each tower, what I want is a screenshot similar to this, so I know you found the tower. Show me where, obviously this is your house. Tell me this is your house, and this is the tower nearby. Then I want to know what cells that tower actually supports. You can find all this on the app. And then I want to know which tower or which cell. Actually, I put the wrong one in there, but there is actually one that points directly at row state. It's actually cell. That's not the one I want. Well, it's one of them. One of the towers actually one of the cells actually points right at row state. So include the cell pointing at it, and then give me a little table listing all the different cells. So in this example, you list cells 1, 2, 3, 11, and 12. Then you would tell me their identifiers. In this example, there's the identifier, and you would tell me the direction they're pointing. In this example, be southwest, 215 degrees. Pretty much all I need. Just a little bit more research for you into the different towers. Now let's see how this program actually works. Okay, when you go up here, you can actually minimize all these if you want. Now, if you click on it, and what you're going to do is you're going to select a provider. In this example, I selected T-Mobile USA. You can change it, like say T&T. Now, when you do this, one thing you got to watch out for is they actually meet. I can't. There's actually different countries in here. Let's find here's an example of all the T-Mobile. There's, Thailand, Tanzania. Obviously, if you're going to select a T-Mobile provider in South Africa, it would say there's none near us. So when you do it, make sure you select the correct provider. In this case, would be T-Mobile USA, which now I can't find anymore. Mobile, and we want to get down to USA. There it is, and now it shows you my towers. Okay, now when I did that, you can actually, if I click on this tower, you'll actually just come up and show the different cells available. And if I minimize all these, you can see them all at one time. You actually see there's the different cells it supports, like I showed you. Then when you expand these, you can actually see. So this one's pointing southwest. This one's pointing south. So cell 2 is the one who actually points closest to row state, which is nearly directly south from this tower. Cell 3 actually does south as well, just a little bit different. See, so 180 straight down, so 188 is still a little bit better, I think. Yep, so cell 2, I think, is better. And this one here, this is northeast. And this is actually south 183, so it'll be hard to tell. So 180 will be directly south of this, so 183. So either cell 3 or cell 12 are probably best for the row state address. So see how I did that? I figured out the direction they're pointing right here. And again, 180 would be straight down. So 183 or 188 will be pointing directly at row state. So make sure whatever address you're using, you tell me the address and make sure I know, which one it is. And then you're going to tell me which cells and which cell is actually pointing. Now, if you read the book, it talks, actually it's the prior chapter in this one, they talk about, microcells and grouping of cells together. So this will give you a good idea of kind of how that stuff all works. So submit that. That's all you need to do for this assignment.